I'm Abiola Jackson. This is the Entertainment News and Celebrity Gossip TV for Tuesday, June the 10th. In entertainment news, according to Hot New Hip Hop, we have some Adam 22 and Wack 100 news that we want to pass along to you. This time, they are debating if Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki Minaj tour, if it's still possible in this day and age. Well, they are debating basically if a tour headlined Drake, Lil Wayne, and Nicki Minaj together would be financially possible. In the episode of the Adam 22 and Wack 100 podcast. So the inquiry would be met by the three superstars' personal issues and touring fees. The debate took place before the release of the Lil Wayne's new album, The Carter Six. Yeah, The Carter Six. So you're gonna listen to that interview and hear what they got to say. They're gonna give their thoughts on this. Just hold on.
Reunion.
We gonna see. I mean, it's not a reunion,
but it's weird because it's like Drake and Nicki ain't going. So what even is it?
That shit, when they do that one, I think that's coming one day. It's up to Drake. I know Nicki down for it. Drake, Nicki, Wayne.
Crazy.
That's crazy.
That's epic.
You could throw Tiger in there too. He was there for a minute.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna throw Tiger in there.
You know what I'm saying?
They probably all secretly hate each other.
No.
I wouldn't be surprised. Adam brought up a good point. It wouldn't surprise me if what Adam said, he said that they all secretly hate each other, at least one of them. That wouldn't surprise me. In this day and age, man, trust me, that's not surprising. That's why I don't see a Nicki Minaj, Lil Wayne, Drake tour because of internal beef. I can't see that. There's no way I can see that. There is some truth to what Adam said at that point. I agree with that. I'd like to see it. It would be a classic, but I can't fathom that. Let's continue.
At least some of them.
No, I think Drake and Wayne. No, I think they all good.
The way Drake talked about Tyga to Bobby on that interview that they did a year or two ago, that really led me to believe that
I don't know.
There's not that much respect in that relationship.
I don't know what the Drake and
I agree. I remember that interview too. Yeah, he didn't talk too well about him at all. Adam brought up a good point. Yeah. Yeah. Especially in this day and age, with Drake, he it's all about trust. Does he trust certain individuals or certain artists to work alongside with them to headline a tour? It's all about trust. And then when you got possible internal beef or personal beef, and you're not getting along, you personally don't like each other or whatever, I mean, that becomes a problem. Then the tour doesn't happen. That's just my thoughts on that. Let's continue.
Tiger shit is, but I know Nicki, Wayne, Drake.
I mean, Drake just keeps saying Tyga's name like, oh, wait, you don't know Tyga? You don't listen to Tyga?
I will tell you this.
Like, the way he's saying it is as if he has no respect for Tyga.
If it's a problem with any one of those, Tyga won't be on that tour.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like Tyga,
unless they use him to open
the least
up.
Controversial person to have on that.
No,
tour.
Tyga ain't finna.
I feel like Wayne's down to get along with everybody because and
Nicki too.
When's the last time we seen Wayne and Nicki together? I don't really know. I know Drake and her technically patched it up many moons ago. I mean, the problem is that you just have three artists, even just those three artists. They're both worth so much touring by themselves and especially Drake and also Nicki. The idea of them being on the road together is just so like the money would just have to make sense, and it's going to be difficult.
No, it won't.
Drake can tour by himself and make so much money.
Drake just had to cancel a tour
because of the lack of sales. That's the first I heard of that.
Bro, the climate is changing. Respectfully, Beyonce had to resort to selling $20 tickets to get people in there, bro. Shit's changing. So
Drake's a lot more lit than Beyonce.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, she has. Yeah, I heard about that. she has to sell $20 tickets. Yeah, I heard about that one. Yeah, man, it got that bad. Back in the day, it wasn't. She her ticket was selling for the top dollar. The selling was a hot seller. Now look how life changes now. Look how things change so quickly. Now today it's what she's like what they said it's selling for $20. Man, oh man, that's something else. She like they said she had problems. She had problems struggling to sell tickets for one of her events early this year. I think it was the Cowboy tour that Beyonce had. They had. I know they had talked about that. She's struggling to sell tickets to one of these venues. Don't recall what venue it was or what city it was, but she's struggling to sell tickets. Well, not surprising not too surprised. Let's continue.
The only one that's holding on their own, win, lose, or draw, and breaking the barrier.
Kendrick and SZA.
It's Kendrick and SZA.
He had to call in her.
But bro, all that. His last one, he sold it out. I think he did a 9 million, 14 million, 16. He's still breaking his own record.
I mean, the thing that Drake has done that Kendrick didn't do is that Drake has toured the country like crazy for the last couple of years.
That's
so
a
it's
fact.
Not as in demand.
I don't believe Nicki. It's my personal opinion because I seen it and it didn't work. I don't know if she can go do a stadium tour by herself.
Probably not.
We know Drake is capable. Wayne's capable. But right now in this climate, all three of them together, guaranteed at least 2 shows every city. It'll go crazy. It's a guarantee.
Yeah.
In this climate that we in, it's a little dangerous. Bro.
Drake's just Mr. Say No to everything.
Yeah, it is very dangerous. It's very dangerous. Yeah. It would be a hit. It would go out pretty well. It'd be a classic. But at the same time, like Wack said, it'd be a little bit dangerous with everything going on nowadays. It'd be a little bit dangerous, like Wack said. I have to agree on that. It would be a little dangerous, but like I said, it would be a classic, however. But yeah, let's continue.
Everything. You know, at one point they offered him Rolling Loud and they were going to let him headline all 3 days in a row. And I'm good. You can only imagine how much money they tried to throw at him. He said, I'm good. Drake, you know, he's rare. He's exclusive.
I think if Weezy called that in.
See, but you can't really blame Drake. Drake's in a position where he can call the shots if he wants to be a part of a headline for Rolling Out Loud. He doesn't have to really chase and go after every headline, every big show. He doesn't have to do that. He can do his own thing, and still do well. He doesn't have to be a part of every headline major event across the country. He can pick and choose because remember he has the final say in what concerts he wants to be a part of or a headline of, and what concerts and events that he does not want to be a headliner or a part of. So he has that say. So he doesn't have to chase everything thrown at him. So he's in a good position to call the shots on that. Let's continue.
I mean, even Wayne and Drake having a song on this new album is very, very notable because Wayne had nice things to say about Kendrick. There was definitely a moment there where we felt like, oh, Drake and Wayne ain't cool like that anymore. So this makes it seem like, oh, okay.
Just because he ain't got no dog in the fight and he's sitting back watching the fight, why should he create a problem with Kendrick? Because him and Drake is doing a rap beef.
We just thought that there were indications that Wayne and Drake weren't on the best terms.
Now that's y'all want to see something. That girl got ass over there.
Yeah, she does.
Look at that.
Well, that's Wack 100 and Adam 22 debating if the Lil Wayne Drake tour and the Nicki Minaj all together, if it would be a successful tour or not. So they were debating that. If they, to me, if they put their differences aside, whatever differences they have, if they put the differences aside, whatever that may be, I don't know if they have any animosity or differences, like what Adam 22 claims. He thinks there is some sort of they low key may don't have some sort of dislike towards each other. You can say that way, low key, like Adam 22 said. But if that's true, I mean, if they can put all that aside, like I said, it'll be a classical tour with a lot of hits and songs, and it would do good. But the thing is, you got to put that stuff aside, and if they can't they can't put their egos and differences aside, then then it becomes an issue. Then it doesn't happen. That's why I say I like to see it happen, but I personally don't see it happening. I can't see it happening. I know Wax thinks it's going to happen. I don't think so. Mm-mm. With the climate that we're in, I can't see a Nicki Minaj, Drake, and Lil Wayne tour. Them guys all three trained together. I can't see that. I don't see it. Mm-mm. I like to see it, but I don't see it. Like what Wack said, a lot of tension going on in the air right now. So I can't see that. Can't see them touring together. I can't see it. Because like you said, you're dealing with a lot of big egos. You're dealing with a lot of egos. You're dealing with a lot of egos. So I mean, a lot of egos, and like what Adam said, one person out of the group may not like another person, or what have you. So I don't see it. Again, hit the like and subscribe button. More entertainment news, celebrity gossip TV. That's all I got to say about this. Nothing else to say. That's my thoughts and opinions on that. Nothing else. Until next time, peace and out.